everybody. Welcome to the show. You're about to hear some shit you'll wanna know. If you're at work or stuck in traffic, before you get turned or go bad shit, just give the dial a turn and blast it, and then chill and learn about passion from guests of all genres and art forms. Punk, R&B, rap, metal, and hardcore. Comedians, poets, even owners of art stores. People doing their thing just makes my heart warm. So come have fun, talk some shit with me, and please enjoy Special Delivery. So come have fun, talk some shit with me, and please enjoy Special Delivery.
Not anything.
You know, hold that thought.
You know.
Hello. Welcome to Special Delivery with Rooster the Computer, the man of the future, Rooster the Computer for short, and Rooster for shorter. This is my guest, my second comedian, Paul Thompson.
Yes. Only second comedian.
Yeah, man.
Sick. Okay.
Like Chris, your boy was the first one.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, man.
Wicked.
I didn't even pour my coffee yet. Whoops. I'm fucking up the game.
Oh, does my bio just pop up if you go on Google like that?
Yeah,
I guess it
Paul
does, yeah.
Thompson, comedian.
That's dope.
Yeah. You even got this cute picture with, is that a cat? No, it's a whale.
It's a whale. That's my favorite.
It's a whale.
I love orca whales.
Why?
That's my favorite. My favorite. I got tattoos of orcas. A
Really?
whole bunch. Oh yeah, I love orcas. I spend like an hour out of every day watching videos of orcas and researching orcas since I was young.
So that would be like your favorite animal, I guess?
100%.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And big things are happening in the orca world right now. And they're setting an orca free, like real life Free Willy.
Yeah.
But they've tried to do that before, and then like because Free Willy's based on a real life thing that happened
Story,
with the
yeah.
whale. But as like orcas, they always stick with their family, which is super cool. Like down to like grandparents and great grandparents and this, and they move, and then they all have like their own individual languages and stuff, which is super cool. There it is. And so if you just set an orca free in the water, they wouldn't survive without their family and stuff like that. But now they have like these huge, I don't know why I'm blanking on the word, but like conservatories or whatever.
Yeah,
Is that what the word? I feel like there's a better word for it.
Conservation area?
Conservation areas. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah,
like-
fucking. I was watching actually this documentary about whales on Netflix. This new one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know if it was Netflix. It was Disney Plus actually, and they like cover all bunch of kind of whales, and they started off with orcas.
Yeah.
And there was this one really sad thing, bro. Like, apparently, when a orca baby dies,
Yeah.
the mother will literally like drag it around with them for weeks.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I know that I've seen them do that in captivity, but then in captivity, the people would probably take the orca out pretty quick.
Yeah, no, but like they
But,
protect them, and like they're pretty much in denial about the death of their kid for like 2 weeks straight before
Yeah.
they finally
No,
let them
they're
go.
very family oriented.
Yeah, man, and like super fucking smart. Smartest things in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Extremely smart. Yeah, extremely. I feel like I'm gonna get secondhand high off that.
sorry,
This is
bro.
the longest I've gone without smoking weed like in a long time.
You want me to stop?
No, I mean I just might get high.
Okay.
You know, I just didn't know
I
that
don't
we were in
mind
like a
that.
small area.
I have no problem with you
I
getting
might
high.
get less talkative. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's sativa, so it shouldn't.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it shouldn't do that.
Yeah. The sativa helps.
Yeah, fucking. It helps me with talking in general. Sativa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like fucking comedy. You've been doing this shit for over a decade now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, much longer. Yeah, like almost 15 years now.
15 years now, almost.
Yeah,
That's
since I was
crazy.
17.
Like you were 17.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you took a class with Chris. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, we went to Humber College.
Yeah.
For comedy writing and
There's
performance.
there's a comedy writing course at Humber College.
Yeah, 2 years.
I didn't know that. I'm actually going to be going to radio broadcasting school.
Okay, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, my buddy just graduated that program.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like, apparently now, like they have way more things that are involved with like independent content creation. Also, like they teach a lot about that, so that's
Yeah.
a big thing. Like
That'd be good for
everything
podcasting.
everything I'm gonna learn there, I'm gonna apply it to here as
Hell
I'm
yeah.
learning it.
Fuck
yeah.
That's sick. That's super sick.
But I'm not gonna start until next September, not this coming one. The September after.
And then you'll be going to that's online, right?
No, it's they have actual half and half at Conestoga, and I'm
Okay,
gonna go
cool.
for that program.
Okay. Wicked.
I'm gonna need some teacher assistance. I haven't been to a class or done any kind of schoolwork in
Yeah.
a long time. Like, right?
Sucks.
I didn't even finish high school for fuck's sake. So like,
school sucks.
yeah, it's gonna be a huge transition for me to go back to that. Lighter, you can use your words.
Oh, can I have a lighter?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Are you on a mic too or no?
No,
No.
but we can hear her talk,
Right.
like, faintly.
I actually do the tours at Conestoga for the radio broadcasting program.
Oh, cool.
And they have their own radio station, which is cool. And second year students actually run the radio station themselves.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fun facts.
It'll just be a fun thing for me to learn too, just in general. Mainly because, like, I think I don't know. I might be just super fucking cocky here, but I think I have a great voice.
Yeah, you
Right,
do. Yeah,
for
you,
this
you got
kind
a
of
solid
thing.
voice. You know.
Yeah, it's like,
usually that's not a compliment when people say that you have a voice or radio. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they mainly just mean you're ugly. Yeah.
No, but you have a distinct voice. You got a good voice.
Yeah, it carries, bro. Like, a lot of time I have to, like, point my microphone at the guest because my shit carries so much.
Yeah, and you have a low bassy voice, you know?
Like, I
Bring
always
you the best in rock, 101.3. You could be that guy, you know what I mean?
I could do that shit.
Here
like,
comes more corn for your Sunday.
Here comes
This is
more
Freak
corn.
on a
Like this.
leash. Bringing you nothing but shit that your dad doesn't like and your mom wouldn't listen to. Here's more Papa Roach. I can see you, dude. This is 101.4. All of the rock that your parents don't want. And that's what they're teaching you at Humber?
That's the thing that I have a hard time with, like, talking like that ridiculously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, actively
I
trying
know.
to speak like
It's
that
always
would
like
be
that.
so hard for me to do.
This is
Like,
Maddie and the Bear, bringing you nothing but the most badass shit
what's that
all
dude
Sunday.
from Florida? Bubba the Love Sponge?
I've never heard
You ever heard of
that. I
that?
know, it's so cheesy.
There's a whole story about fucking the Hulk. This Bubba the Love Sponge guy has a cuck fetish,
Oh shit.
and he hired Hulk Hogan
To fuck his wife.
to fuck his wife
Hell yeah.
and filmed it. Yeah,
Sick. Yeah. I've gotten that request a lot.
Actually?
Comedy? Oh, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Especially like, I mean, not really in Toronto, but like Niagara Falls and stuff. You used to
Really?
all the time. People would be like, yeah, you want to fuck my wife? Like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Well, I'm a comedian. It'd be
question is that?
hilarious. But then, like, sometimes one time it came close where, like,
I would feel weird doing it in front of the guy.
That's the thing. Like, one
Yeah.
time I was in Niagara, and this guy was like, do you want to fuck my wife? And I was like, 100%, you know? And then he was like, okay, I'll get her, right? He's like, she thinks you're really attractive. She thought you were really funny. And then she came over, and the wife was like, she was all right, right? So I was like, okay, I'm down. And then we were talking and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is going to happen. And then, like, yeah, we have a hotel. You're going to come back to the hotel? And I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, no problem. I was, like, younger. This is a different time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like, I was like, it's like 2017 probably, you know? And so they were talking, and then like while she was talking, we were like planning it out, and I was like, oh, this is for sure gonna happen. This guy started scratching my back, and I was like, what kind of fuck? I don't know, man. You know what I mean? And he was like, can I watch? I was like, yeah, you could watch. But then when he started scratching the back, I was like, I mean, I don't know if I need that much moral support. Like, you can watch, but I was like, I don't know if you're going to be giving me a massage while I smash your wife. So, yeah, it was, like, so weird. She asked if she could lick my armpits or some really weird stuff.
Yeah,
that
people are
happened.
into some weird shit, man.
Yeah, so that never ended up happening.
Yeah, like, it's not like I'm completely innocent of being into weird stuff, but
Yeah.
like there's a limit,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Like, and like the cuck thing, like, I just can't.
No, I
I
know.
can't.
I know.
Like,
One of my
with any
favorite-
dude in the room, I just can't.
One of my favorite questions
Yeah,
for new
you know.
people I meet is like, what is your like, what do you search on porn sites? Like, what are your like go-to searches?
Well, So
What are your go-to searches?
at the moment, I mean, I could get into that part, but at the moment, I mean, there's two parts to this, but one thing we are going to talk about. So, like, right now, like I said, like, I'm not smoking weed,
Yeah.
not drinking. Another part of that, too, is I'm not watching any porn,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
not jerking off, no nothing, right?
But when you do watch porn,
But when I do watch porn...
you don't have to answer.
No, actually, I do know what it is. Actually, it's like a go-to and to the point. Good question. Because that hit me here. I was like, there's a couple little things. But a specific thing that I kind of need. I need it to be like reality. Even though I know
okay.
it's not real.
Yeah.
I would say 90% in the past 10 years of the porn I watch is always casting stuff.
Casting.
Yeah.
Word.
A casting couch. Or just like coming in, you know. There's like one main series that I watch a lot. We could pull it up. No, I'm just joking. But you know, where like I like it where like they come in and they're like, yeah, we're you know, I'm here for like the bikini model audition or whatever, and then it starts escalating and then all of a sudden it like turns into a porn, that's like my go-to.
Oh, okay.
I love that
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Mine's mature and BBW.
mature. So like older.
Like older women, yeah.
Really?
And older women and bigger women. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm into those.
That's
too.
cool.
Like
See,
porn-wise.
Yeah, so my friend was saying, and like I hate that, like, you know, but like this sucks for me, but my friend was saying just the other night how much he loves like older women.
Yeah.
Like he was like if an 80-year-old presented herself, like he would do it.
Really?
Yeah.
That, I won't go that far.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
he's into like, and like he's like been with a lot of like women like in their 50s and 60s and stuff like that, which is like that's cool.
60s is like my limit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then I'm like, you know, and like, I like everything. Like I like, you know, girls my age, and you know, like I have no problem with like older women or anything like that. But like I do like sometimes like in porn, like yeah, like I'll like younger girls too and stuff. That's not my thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But that being
Be
said,
careful.
like that, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? So I do like older women, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just like I like, you know, the wide range, you know, and obviously nothing too young. Like obviously, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
now at this point, it's like 25 and up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like I was thinking, I'm like, man, like, because now my buddy's in like a long-term relationship, and it's like, you know, that's a great thing for your girl to hear. If that's your category is mature,
Yeah.
much more than like
Yeah, I
your
guess you're
category is
right.
like college or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? Because it's like if it's mature, then it's like, okay, well now I'm just
BBW
you know what I mean?
was like my first. That was the thing I was before I like really discovered that I was into older women.
Mhm.
Like BBW was my go-to.
okay,
Yeah, like I
Since
just
you
I
were
love
young.
big girls, bro.
right, okay, good, yeah, I like that.
I have the taste of women of like Jamaican dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, Jamaicans,
Like,
that's
I like me a big white girl and some
yeah, and you have like 4 kids too, so that's pretty fucking Jamaican, dude.
All my kids are from the same mom though.
Okay, so
I got that.
yeah, that's
I
pretty
got
white.
that.
That's some white guy shit right there. All from the same mom. Okay.
That's crazy. What kind of life are you living?
Yeah. That's so
Babe, I need that
homely.
lighter back.
You know what's interesting is, so you know like on porn sites how there's all like the stepmom stuff and like the incest stuff and the brother
Yeah.
sister stuff, right?
Mhm.
Which like for me, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like obviously I'm not gonna watch
It's a
that.
taboo.
Do you know what I mean? Well, there's more to it actually, right?
Yeah.
Because then I know a lot of people that are like, why do I keep seeing this shit and this and that? But there is actually a reason for it, and the reason is, if you actually look into it, is one of the places that porn's most popular, or like the place that like in North America specifically that porn's most popular,
Yeah.
is in like the Bible Belt, right?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because those places are so like recluse, I guess is the word, and
Yeah.
they're so like porn is so taboo as is,
Mm.
and then in all those places too, like incest isn't that big of a deal.
Well, it
So the
just
reason
happens,
why
yeah.
that pops up is just because it's the most popular.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's more. I personally think it's just more of like the whole it being like people get off on things being wrong.
Totally. Yeah.
You know
and
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
yeah, for
That's
sure.
why there's guys who love cheating. That's why there's
Yeah, we all have different
You know what I mean?
things that like we all have different things that
That's why I think a lot.
whatever your taboo, because the thing is like, yeah, it's like for me like a stepsister thing or something like that, like that's just gross to me, like that's wrong but not in a way that would turn me on. But there is stuff that's wrong that I'm still like, I think like the most, if we want to get deep, for me
Let's go.
my like so my like guilty that like this is where like I know where I'm like, okay, I gotta slow down, and like it doesn't happen a lot, but I know that like I'm getting out of hand when I get back into like my biggest taboo is like the glory hole stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if a girl goes in and then she's just like blowing guys in the glory hole, I'm like, this is so wrong.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like it's wrong, but then kind of in a way that like it's like, ooh, crazy.
You ever seen milking?
No.
It's like the same as a glory hole, but the guy's laying on a.
Oh,
laying
yeah,
on-
I've heard
laying
of
on
that.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's like all from up, from down, up. Yeah, that's another one that's
Yeah.
that's super weird. Like people are into whatever they're into. Like I don't judge.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, but like it's just crazy. Especially porn has just like skyrocketed the options when it comes to
Yeah,
sexual
totally.
deviancy. I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
try to like not watch porn too much too, like as much as possible. Like
Yeah, man. Like it's because it's just like anything.
it's always
else.
just always been like, especially in our generation, we grew up with the internet. right?
Yeah.
So like that's always kind of been there. Porn has always been very accessible for us.
For sure. I mean,
You know?
the thing is though, like we kind of, cause you were saying you're 35.
I'm turning 35.
Okay, so we have like the same porn experiences. So
Yeah.
it's like not. We still had we're the last ones that had like a struggle era. So it's like when we were in like we didn't really start getting the internet porn until we were in like
High
school.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's kind of when you start really getting into porn in general.
No, because now
well,
kids apparently there's kids that I know that are like 12 and stuff like that, or like not that I know, but like
Yeah.
friends'
you've heard
kids
of.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then like friends of friends, they're like, oh yeah, or like kids that I know, like my friends' kids or younger comics who are like 21, you know what I mean? And I'll talk to them and they're like, yeah, I started watching porn when I was 11, dude. I've had an iPhone, I have an iPad.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been watching. Well, I was been watching porn for that by that age too. That
Sure,
early,
but you weren't watching crazy stuff on the internet.
I was watching.
Not like two
No,
girls.
I grew up in Germany, dude.
Oh,
Hardcore
yeah,
porn
that's
goes on the
true.
on
Yeah,
television
that's-
after
really?
11 o'clock at night. At least when I was a kid. Maybe not anymore,
Hardcore.
but when I was a kid, yeah.
You can see dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But the thing is, you know what's the thing is a big difference between Europe and here.
Mm-hmm.
People in Europe are way more like I guess like nonchalant about nudity,
Mm-hmm.
about sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
about sex in general. Like I knew what sex was really young.
Right.
Like maybe that was a bad thing, maybe it wasn't. I don't really know, but
Right.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
like
No, for
I
sure.
seem like I have a kind of a healthy situation going on.
For sure.
At least I managed to now. It took me a little while, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's anybody though. Like
Mhm.
you have to learn.
No, I think it's good.
As
It's
you
good
get
to
older.
have, and it's like it's like there's nothing wrong with like masturbation stuff, but internet porn takes it way too far
Yeah.
because of how much we can like
Yeah.
escalate and this and that.
Yeah.
And there's a few
How
things that
fucked
like
up it could get. Yeah.
are gonna happen as a result of it. Is like I think the next generation of young men are gonna have it's gonna be so common that they have like problems getting hard. That's
problems
already
coming
happening.
that's what I think is the
Problems
biggest
coming
issue
too.
when it comes to like at least I've noticed this issue when I've been single for a long time and I've been jerking off a lot
Yeah.
and mostly jerking off
Yeah.
and watching porn. It takes me like a few months for me to be able to come regularly during sex again.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah, it can be like that for sure. And then I also think too that like young girls are gonna start to, and I feel super bad, they're gonna be like scared of these fucking monsters that porn's creating because these kids will be like 15 getting head for the first time, but they've been watching hardcore porn for years, so they think that like, you're able to like grab and do all this, you know what I mean? Like
well, some women like that, but not.
some women like that 100%, but it's like when it's your first time
You gotta know.
experiencing this stuff when you're young, it's like you're not jumping right into the fucking deep end like that. And that's going to be terrifying. So, yeah, you got to take things slow and stuff. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. So, it's going to be very interesting.
But consent is a huge deal just socially right now.
Absolutely,
Like way
yeah.
bigger than it was when we were kids.
Yeah, and that's right.
Right?
Yeah, and it's beyond consent of just like, are you consenting to have sex? It needs to be like, you need to be asking consent for every single act that you're
Yeah.
doing. And like, that's, we're going to see. But like, I don't know. I think there's a lot that needs to happen with like, it's a very dangerous industry, and it's going to be a massive, massive effect on society.
Well, porn's been around for a long time.
100%, yeah.
Like it's been around forever. But
I mean, it's the prostitution is
bigger
the
now,
world's
so.
oldest job.
yeah.
I think it's like prostitution and tattoo artists are two of like the oldest like recorded like that's
Jobs
like
that they know that have existed.
that have existed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like real jobs.
Like real jobs
Yeah,
that
that
like
you get- yeah.
like you
You
did
pay
this
you do a
service.
service for
yeah,
payment, yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like obviously there was jobs that we all had to do,
Mhm.
like just teaching. Because before they had teachers, people taught their own kids, and like you have like
Right.
your job, the things you got to do.
Yeah,
to
finding
find
food and
jobs.
cooking food, but you were kind
Yeah.
of just doing that for people. But it's like these are some of the first things that it was like you'd actually pay somebody to do.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
Mm-hmm.
Like how far back do they like? Well, I guess in the Bible, they talk. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mary
prostitution
Magdalene
in the
was a
Bible. Yeah, she was a
prostitute. wasn't
prostitute,
she? Yeah.
that is probably one of the oldest recorded jobs. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's like, because I know my buddy, he's a tattoo artist. He always says that he's like tattoo, I think something like that. Like
I gotta get
the
more
tattoo
tattoos,
artist
dude.
is the second oldest job next to prostitution. And that prostitution's like one of the oldest, like people would pay you. Yeah,
To-
jobs.
Yeah,
The world's oldest profession. There it is, prostitution. Crazy.
Hager and Schwartz, PA. Defend your Your case? Oh, that's
Crazy.
it's good.
Tell me how spying is the second oldest profession.
Spying. So you would like hire somebody to spy on people for you? That's interesting.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
That is a interesting oldest, like second oldest profession, spying. Spying on who? I guess on what's going on in your house.
I guess so.
Maybe like a security guard, but I guess spying is kind of what they'd be doing.
No, spying probably would be like, there's this guy in this village, and I think that he's talking to my wife, and then it would be like, can you go find out for me? Because if I go, they know who I am, and then somebody would go, and they would like come around, they'd come back with info for you. Like that's like they would be a spy. You know?
True. But then at the same time, like people had way more control over like men had way more control over their households back then. You would think that they wouldn't even consider having to do that. You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, we're still humans, and we still probably have insecurities. Like, and that's, I don't think it was like a common thing, but there's still definitely some cucks as old as time that would just still have their worries, you know. And it might not always be like relationship too. Like it might just be like, you know, like is this guy planning on doing this thing and that, blah blah blah.
Like the Romans, they definitely the Romans and the Greeks definitely had
totally like and like war related and battle related stuff for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But did you hear they're making a Gladiator 2?
How would that be possible? I just saw Gladiator for the first time like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, because I don't like action movies or whatever, so I was like, I wouldn't like that. And then I saw that, and it's like, no, that is really good.
It's good.
I didn't know it had like Marcus Aurelius and shit in it. Yeah, it's sick, and like the Colosseum and stuff like that. That movie's dope. It wasn't what I expected. It's so cool.
Apparently, what they're doing is going to be doing it about their kids.
Oh, okay,
cool. About the younger generation.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Joaquin Phoenix would probably still play his character, but he dies, doesn't he? I forget. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
like since
I think pretty much everybody dies except for Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's about his kid.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, but some big Gladiator spoilers here.
I got a lot of great movies are coming out. I'm actually super excited for Transformers: The Beast Wars.
Right.
I didn't even like Beast Wars when it came out. Like, remember the old cartoon show?
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, none of that show. I didn't like any of that.
You didn't like Transformers at all?
None of it.
No, I fucking love.
But I saw that movie randomly. I randomly saw that movie like Bumblebee or whatever was that what it was called, and I like that.
Yeah,
because that's not just pure
love it
action.
all.
Yeah.
The movies are terribly written.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like action movies. I don't like comic book movies. Not at all. No, not really. But like, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy because I thought the little tree was cute.
It's funny.
Yeah, and then it's actually like funny and it's like actually like good. So I did like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you're not a dork like me. I'm a huge comic book geek and shit.
Yeah, no, not me at all. None of that stuff.
I'm all caught up. I just finished watching She-Hulk yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles movie. I'm excited.
Yeah, that I would go to. That's pretty cool.
It's an animated one that Seth Rogen's doing. It's gonna be fucking.
Oh, he
great.
is? Okay.
Yeah, Seth Rogen produced it, wrote it, everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with Seth Rogen the past couple of years.
Well,
you know,
I'm still gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's still
like going to be attached to like a big movie, and it's like, yeah, I would give the benefit of the doubt, but I just like himself, and it sucks because he's Canadian and stuff. I want to pump Canadians, but he's just got to be such a woke nerd.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're in that world, you want to keep that too, bro.
Yes and no, but it's like you're also like you kind of like you're a spokesperson. You know what?
Are we gonna talk about woke right now?
We can.
We can.
You know.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I don't care, but
yeah,
you two will.
Yeah, maybe. I guess so. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
They might pay.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't think they care if you say stuff about being woke, but
there's certain things that they don't push. They don't push you if you say too many. Like I've
totally.
Like if you swear too much, they don't push you.
Yeah.
If you talk about any kind of trans situations, they don't push you. If you talk about the vaccines, they don't push you.
Yep.
Like there's so many things that you bring up that they just like.
Oh, trust me. Yeah.
Like right off the bat, just like we're not even going to show this to anybody.
Yeah. Trust me.
Right. Like I don't give a fuck how many hashtags you got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy. That's why I think Rumble's where it's at.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Like
I said though, it's like that's how we got into the porn company.
Yeah, so we got into the porn.
It's like when does that just become just porn?
But I think that's where the limit is.
Mm-hmm.
It's about content creation.
because there still is a
Primarily.
limit. Like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
when you have
No
something
hate
that
speech.
like you can go
can't
crazy.
be like an outward Nazi saying like the N-word and shit
Yeah.
and stuff. There's obviously a limit to that.
Because even like there's
But-
certain stuff that's getting limited. Man, I remember back to like the old days, like when I first got a computer, and I was in like grade 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to like download video games, and then I would try and download them like illegally, and I'd figure that out, and it would always bring me to these random sites. And again, I'm in like grade 3, like so what am I, like 9 years old or something?
Yeah.
I remember these sites kept popping up, and it was just girls just banging horses and blowing horses. And I was like, I thought it was so fucking funny. So I'd like I would like download the videos and stuff, and I'd watch it. I'd go to like all the sites when I was a kid and just watch these videos.
When
of, like,
internet was the Wild
girls-
West, bro.
Dude, and there'd be like videos of like girls like just gallons of jizz on their face and just like a horse, and they would just be like blowing these horses, and these horses just like hammering girls and stuff like that, like bad, like some of them would die.
That's
Yeah, it was
they
bad.
die. There's people who
they would,
died.
yeah,
from
they
that.
would. Yeah. Oh, I know. And I was like in grade
Oh.
3 watching this shit, and then I remember my parents found it on the computer,
Sounds terrifying.
and we're like,
What a crazy way to
we
go.
need to talk.
Yeah.
And I remember them sitting down and stuff like that, and they were like, yeah, we found this. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to find video games. It just popped up. And they're like, so it was an accident. And I was like, yeah. Like, so you weren't watching it. And I was like, well, then I watched it once it popped up. And they were like, oh my God. And then they were like, I remember my parents being like,
Did you
all
say you
right.
thought it was funny?
And that's what I said.
Yeah.
They were like, but then I remember they were like, so does this make you feel turned on or in a way of something? And I was like, what? No. And then they're like, oh, thank God. And I was like, and then I was like, I just thought it was funny. And then they were like, okay, that's kind of worse, man. We gotta,
No,
you
no,
know?
it's not.
But it was like, yeah, I was like, I'm a
People think
kid.
funny Yo, some people.
Yeah, it's immature.
And plus, people laugh at some really.
Oh
Shit.
don't I know?
We all do.
Yeah,
Like,
of course we do.
fucking ridiculous, offensive. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. We all laugh at it.
I mean, it's just like,
That's
yeah.
why we're getting back to this woke situation. Like, at least when it comes to censorship, the woke censorship. Let's just be more specific.
Mhm.
That shit is ridiculous to me.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Because comedy, it definitely shouldn't be fucking fucked with at all.
But here's the thing, though. It's like, one thing that I'm starting to notice is like, as a comedian, I know what audiences react to.
Yeah.
So I can see where the pendulum's swinging. And it's like, the industry and the media and everybody's going to tell you that like we're still in a woke culture. And it's like, we're not.
No, in the
We're
comedy
not.
world, no.
Because it's like, and it's like we were, but in the past year, and especially month by month by month, right now it's swinging because every single show I do, 90% of the audience like will come up and be like, man, I'm so tired of this cancel culture. I'm so tired of this, that, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, people are over it. The industry's going to try and make it look like, you know, all these media channels are going to try and make it look like this is what people want.
It's all about
It's
commercials.
not what people want.
The only issue is the people who are advertising.
Yeah, and
Right?
but they're going to realize that it's like because capitalism is a real thing that they're going to start losing money because you're trying to market to something that people are sick of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
only problem is like, especially with live comedy shows, is like, yeah, 99% of the audience is tired of this shit. They don't care. They want to come. They don't care if you're edgy. They want to fucking laugh. They're
Yeah.
so tired of the way that like things have been. But the one woke person, if they are in that audience, is louder
Ruins the
than
whole show.
everybody there and
Yeah.
can easily ruin a whole show.
Yeah.
And on the internet, those motherfuckers are loud as shit.
Yeah.
And they have nothing better to do than just, you know what it is? It's like literally so many people in comedy are like, they kind of got bullied or they kind of got picked on. And in a lot of stuff in the arts, right?
Yeah.
And then one of your ways of like defending yourself was like, oh, I became funny. Or I was kind of a quiet kid, and then one of my ways that I got attention was I was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all used that as a tool, right? So it's like we might have gotten bullied, and then a lot of people, they turn being bullied into a positive thing. A lot of these people in the fucking woke community, it's like they got bullied, and then now they've learned that they're like, rather than being like, well, I took that and I made it into a positive, they got bullied, they became nerds, and now they're like, looking at this as their opportunity to be like, now I can be the bully. Now I can cancel people. Now I can ruin their lives. And it's
Yo,
just like,
I had
what
a
a
teacher
loser.
like that.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
a loser. If you literally like,
Have you remember teachers like that? You could tell that they
100%.
used to get picked on, so they always
So
pick
now
on
you
the
can pick
on
on-
the cool kids.
and so many of these things,
And
look,
the funny kids?
when people
Yeah.
do something bad from as long as time, it's good that we call that stuff out. You know what I mean? Like Bill Cosby, that's not cancel culture. He didn't
That's
get canceled.
a terrible
He got
thing.
caught doing a terrible thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like people being like, oh, he tweeted this 9 years ago and stuff like that. And then you want to make your whole thing. And there's people that like, if you go to their Twitter, they're spending every 3 hours trying to make sure, remember that this person's bad. Remember. With comedians especially, because we said a joke that they didn't like. You fucking loser.
Yeah, Anthony Jeselnik
Like-
is the GOAT with those kind of fucking
Yeah.
tweets, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like he goes hard at every
As
fucking
you
dash,
should.
every disaster. He goes hard.
100%.
Man, Anthony Jeselnik's one of my favorite comedians ever. Who inspired you as a comedian? How did you decide to like I'm sure you were always
So-
funny, right?
Yeah.
And like, when did you, like, who was it that made you go like, fuck, I want to do this?
So like comedy in particular,
Yeah.
there's like a whole thing to be like how I would have like ended up in comedy and stuff. I could go deep, or I could just say like the main comedian. Mainly,
Go deep.
Okay, so like deep, what made me like, I think why I still do comedy and why I didn't end up just like being in theater and stuff, it goes as deep as this, okay? So when I was young, my dad really liked comedy, always. He'd watch stand-up and he'd be like, yo, you should watch this. And also too, it was like kind of like my whole life, we knew that I was going to do comedy.
Okay.
My dad wished he was a comedian.
Yeah.
So I think he always wanted me to do comedy. So my dad would show me stand-up and be like, you're going to do this one day, you know?
Yeah,
And I
because he saw it
hated
in you when you were young because you were
Yeah.
a funny kid. Were you a funny kid generally?
I was a funny kid generally, but my dad was really funny. So that's how that started, was I would see, like, that's my earliest memories of comedy, was like being a kid, going to people's houses, all the kids play in the basement, and if I had to go upstairs to use the bathroom, hearing like my dad talk,
Yeah.
and then big pops of laughter, and how does he do that?
Yeah,
It was
I
like
love-
magic.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
That is a great feeling.
So and then when I would be at the dinner table and seeing my dad, and I don't get it, I'm not old enough, but my dad say stuff and everybody laugh, I just knew that that's like magic. So I'm like, I want to do it. So I'd start to learn how to do that eventually, and I also wanted to like impress my dad. So I remember my dad, he would always show me stand up, and I didn't like it, and it was all boring and this and that. But he'd also watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, that shit was the best.
And I liked that.
I watched that as a kid.
And I liked
was
that.
So good.
And then I remember my dad, he really liked Wayne Brady because he would make up all those songs. And I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah,
and then
Wayne-
I was probably in like grade 3 when this would start happening.
One of the
And
most
every
talented
time-
men in the
he's
world.
the best. So every
he's
time.
like a Jamie Foxx, but
Totally.
not as- he's almost as good as Jamie Foxx.
Oh, he's amazing.
yeah.
So I
Right.
would like, every time I would shower and as I was going to bed every single night, and this is for like years,
Yeah.
all I would do was just like make up songs and try and make things rhyme, you know? So then I got really, really, really good at that. And then
I rap
you know,
it.
yeah, just like rhyming things together.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know if it was like rap yet, but I would like just like make things rhyme. I'd be in the shower and constantly just try and make things rhyme. So then when I was like in grade 7, and this is like the peak of like getting bullied, like the worst I've ever been bullied in my life. Like everyone hated me. Like I hated recess. Like
Yeah.
recess, I would just wait in the cold for 15 minutes for the bell to ring so I could just get school done with, because everyone hated me. I just get bullied so much, right? Then 8 Mile came out. And all of a sudden, one recess, everybody was like trying to do rap battles and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
what are they doing? And I saw that they're making fun of each other and they're like making it rhyme. It was really bad. And I was like, I've been practicing this shit for years. And there's so much I want to say to these motherfuckers. And I remember that fucking recess. I was like, yo, let me do one. And everyone's like, oh, ha. And all of a sudden, like everything rhymed. I made fun of everybody. It was like in that recess, all of a sudden, like everyone liked me again. And everything switched. And if that hadn't have happened, my plan at that point was to go to this art school, Canterbury in Ottawa.
Okay.
And I would have pursued like being a theater. I just love acting. Still to this day, my favorite thing is acting. I would have definitely probably, that path would have taken me to being like a theater actor. You know what I mean? I would have pursued theater. I would have just been an actor, right? But when I started getting good at the rap battles, I was like, fuck, I can't go to Canterbury anymore. I was like, this is my life now. I just want to battle rap. So I was like, I'm going to fucking public school and getting into this shit. Then when I went to public school, that's when like we eventually stopped kind of battle rapping as much. But I've still done, like I still have rap battles on the internet and stuff like that.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah. Beast Mode, Pauly T.
Beast Mode? Check that out, man.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Yeah. So, Pauly, P-A-U-L-Y-T, like my name. So, yeah. So that was a big influence. But then, as far as stand up goes, that's what made me kind of go down that path. Pauly T. But as far as stand up goes, then when I was in high school and stuff,
Beast Mode, yeah.
my dad kept showing me stand up, and I didn't like it, and I didn't know, but I knew that it was something I had to do. And it was long story short, it was like Dane Cook.
Yeah,
Dane
okay.
Cook was the first guy that I saw that I was like, holy fuck, this is actually funny. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't just old guys talking about Canada. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Guys, jokes about Kool-Aid, this, that. And then that inspired me where I was like, oh, okay, now I could do jokes like that, this, that. And, like, within, like, a year of, like, watching Dane Cook, I just started writing and stuff. And then, like, I'm sure, like, my first, I don't know if there's a clip. I wish there is maybe somewhere. But, like, when I was 17, I did my first set. Like, I bet you if I watched it, like, it probably sounds so much like Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was like, you know.
That was
And
your
now,
big
like,
inspiration.
I don't really, like, you know, like
You developed your own voice, but like everybody's inspired.
But
by
I mean, too,
somebody
like I've watched like recent Dane Cook, and it's like it's not for me anymore,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been for years.
Yeah.
But like, I could never disrespect like that Dane Cook was like the inspiration that like got me into it.
That's
you
sick.
know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And he was at his prime. He was killing it.
Oh my God, he
Like,
sold
he
out
was
Madison
fucking
Square Garden.
Killing it, man.
Yeah, big time.
Like,
Feeling that weed for sure.
are you?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's just been like it's been like 2 weeks, so I'm like, and I already have a really low tolerance. As
Oh,
is.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a pretty fucking high tolerance.
No, I have an extreme. I have like probably out of everybody I know.
So you started off with battle rap, and that kind of like made you go into comedy. That's
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because then it was like, then I realized like being funny and
Was what
performing and this
was
and
the thing
you know?
that
Yeah.
made you feel good.
And then in high school, I was always like the funny guy too. Like I would host anything I could. I would make a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff. That's one of my biggest like kind of regrets is like I would always make little sketches on YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
And you know, and then when I was around like 23, so like maybe like 2012 or whatever, I was just consistent with making little sketches and little this and that. And then probably around like 2012 or something like that, I was like, honestly, I just got to focus on like live stand up.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. And I just stopped making videos for like,
That would have
10
been the
for, like,
prime
10
time
years.
to do it.
and it was like, if I had just stuck to it, like I would have been, because now I'm back to making sketches, but only in the past like 2 fucking months.
Yo, if you ever want me
You
for
know?
a sketch, I'll give it a shot. I haven't acted in a while. but
100%.
yeah,
You can
man.
always, you know what I mean? Well, at this point now,
I'll
I'm
do it for
like,
free.
you know, I'm doing stand up, like, or I'm doing sketches fucking every day now, you know?
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
Like I've realized with the path that I'm going on, my next logical step is to start promoting and hosting shows.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm making all of these connections with all these artists,
Yeah. And so,
know what
like,
I
you
mean?
mean, like, you're going to, like, host, like rap shows and stuff?
or like just music,
Mm-hmm.
or comedy, or everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a whole day of
Yeah.
fucking playing all the guests, and they come and hang
Yeah,
out for a bit,
totally.
and leave, and like it can be an all day thing. Like I
Mhm.
wanted to like host shows like that, and maybe even just like start promoting artists.
Mhm.
Like on a
Mhm.
regular basis.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
you'll see in this episode, I'm gonna do ad reads for artists, and I'm gonna post them on Instagram,
And that'll be,
TikTok,
like, in between and stuff like
I
that.
I'll make clips for the scroll,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll make a ad read like a different format
Mm-hmm.
for the episodes,
Okay.
right? Like I'm gonna edit them both individually to make them like fit the format. Because you
Okay.
need to have like the how it looks when you're scrolling,
Yeah.
and the way it looks when you're watching it like this.
Totally.
Right,
Totally.
you need 2 different versions of that.
Yeah. You got to be on it.
I've been this editing shit, bro. I've learned a fuck ton.
There's
by
a
doing
lot
this.
to learn, you know? There's a
Like-
lot to fucking learn. And it
But
can
you
get
know what? With the
complicated.
way it's set up, like I could only imagine how difficult editing must have been when they didn't have computers.
Yeah, well, then that was just taking tape and, like,
Yeah, physically
Yeah.
fucking do and adding stuff.
Yeah,
and,
and-
drawing little things and adding it to
yeah, because sometimes there is
50
still, like,
fucking-
special effects and shit, yeah.
that shit would take forever.
Yeah, that's what makes you, like, appreciate, like, for me, like, I
Technology.
love, like, watching, like, The Wizard of Oz and shit.
Oh, word.
Because
yeah.
it's like, holy fuck, that was a whole nother production
Yeah.
than digital cameras. Like, that's like, holy shit. And, like, the special effects are done on site. Yeah, I love The Wizard of Oz. Super
I
sick.
haven't watched it since I was a kid. It's been a long time since I watched
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
And it pairs up perfectly with Dark Side of the Moon, dude. Trust me. You ever seen that?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay, so, like, there's, like, this thing, Dark Side of Oz, right? Even if you, like, YouTube it, but
I've never
there's, like,
watched
there's
it. I've never
events,
seen that, no.
there's events that happen, too. And, like, I've literally gone to one of these. I'm down with this shit. So it's, like, if you start...
Dark Side of the Rainbow.
Yeah, so it's, like, if you start the Dark Side of the Moon
Dark Side
at
of
the
Rainbow.
same time as the Wizard of Oz, the whole thing pairs up perfectly.
Really?
And it's pretty fucked up to watch. So, like, you know, like, yeah, it's like the most fucking hippie shit. But, like, what's the song, like, You've heard Dark Side of the Moon?
By
Pink Floyd.
yes.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So like even there's like one part where it goes like.
There's a lot of people who have called something in those lines, but I wasn't sure if you were talking about that one or not.
Yeah, no. So yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. It just literally, if you watch it, like there's like a clip right there, like it would pair up perfectly. Like when the tornado starts happening, it's like like that's how the music is. Literally, like just like boom, when like a new song starts, like boom, they'll be on a new land. Like for some odd reason, it just pairs up perfectly.
Oh, that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's really fucking trippy to watch. And then especially when like everyone's on acid and stuff like that, like oh my god, dude.
I gotta do mushrooms on these episodes soon.
Yeah,
I have to just for the sake of doing it. I've done it drunk once. I regretted that. I didn't like it.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
It's fun, but it's not a fun listen.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And you hear that the next day and you're like, whoops.
Yeah. It was not. But it was my buddy, actually one of my highest viewed episodes, Tigre, that he was super funny. That's like, I got drunk with him.
Okay,
Yeah, and he was hilarious. He was.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get this guy to do stand up for like 10 years.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Like he's just one of those dudes. He talks in jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
good, man.
Like I know enough about comedy to see how the brain kind of works to a degree. Not like like in real depth, but I can see how the fucking the buttons are going and the fucking gears are moving when he's talking to make it sound funny. Like you know?
Yeah.
Like as funny as he can.
Yeah, you just got a funny voice for sure. You know?
Yeah.
And like I don't mean that like as in like an actual like the audible voice. Like it's just like a voice as in like the way you speak and stuff.
Yeah, and what you're trying and how you're talking.
Because that's a big thing in stand up. It's like you'll see some people that are like pretty good at writing or like you know, they're funny, but like they haven't found their voice is always what we say in stand up. You know?
Yeah, man. Like I've been trying to put like hopefully I can get them out. They're open mics and stuff in Toronto, right?
Yeah, there's open
like
mics
all
here.
over the place. Yeah, there's open mics here too.
Yeah.
Like I gotta look into that. I gotta start going because like this is the thing. Like my first
Yeah.
ever going to a comedy show in my life was going to go see Chris. But
Did you
been
see
a
him?
fan. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've been a fan of comedy my whole life.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane.
Like it's so weird. Like I realized that when I saw him, I was like, I've never actually been to one of these.
And it's way different
Yeah.
than YouTube. Dude, you have no idea. Every single night, every single show, the amount of people. It's like if you're like if the host asks how many people have been to a comedy show before, it's like 20% clap. The amount of people after every show comes up. This is my first comedy show. Blah blah blah. And then they always say the same thing. I love comedy too. I always watch it on YouTube. I watch it on
but
Netflix.
I never looked into going.
Then
to
when you go in,
local
it's
places.
way,
I feel like
way,
such a piece of shit.
way different.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll see them talk to the audience. You'll see so much stuff that you'll never see on Netflix. Netflix, and for the most part, like a lot of the stuff that you see on YouTube is like refined.
Yeah. It's
You know,
it's all edited. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but like comedy is beautiful to see, like when you can see somebody doing a joke for the first time and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, there's people that sometimes tell the crazy stories, 6-minute long stories. Everyone there's dying laughing, and they never figure out how to make it funny again. And that's one of the beauties of like going to like a comedy show. Is like you'll see moments that like
will never be there. That's
you know what I mean.
That's my favorite part of musicianship, like jamming with people. That's how I feel about jamming.
Yeah, totally.
About making shit on the spot, like improvising music. Because like sometimes the dopest shit comes out of that, and most of the time it's okay. It's always gonna be like not subpar but up par.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes you find the most gold fucking thing out of something completely random with a person you've never met before in your life.
Totally, man.
You know what I
It's
mean?
magical.
It's
magical.
It's
It
magic.
comes from somewhere else than just,
that's what I'm
than
trying
just
to do
our
with
brains.
this show is really like show that like just the like creative minds colliding.
Yeah, man, for
You
sure.
know?
And going into the flow state.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's one way or another. And I always try to make sure I accommodate what everyone needs for the most part. As long as you're okay with sitting the way I prefer you to sit. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all
great.
I ask.
No. Yeah, you've been great accommodating. I'm not doing anything right now.
Yeah.
Other than eating steak, and we ate it on the way here, so that's sick.
Bought you a steak.
Yeah, like that's the
T-bone
best
steak.
accommodation I could ever ask for. And I ate it with my hands in your car. Like it doesn't get any better than that. So, you know what I mean? Fucking carnivore. Love that. That is so sick. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta, like that's the only way you really get good in this business. People, I want more guests. So as long as everybody treats.
Yeah, man.
everybody right.
It's always word of mouth, and like that's it. That takes you the farthest, right? Is
you You like my last guest, Ezra. You should watch his episode.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Episode
I will.
18 is Ezra, and he's
Sick.
a really smart, funny guy.
Okay,
Really
dope.
good rapper too. Really unique. His flow is like it's slow
Mm-hmm.
and kind of off.
Okay.
But
Like
his
a
voice
guru
makes it
kind
work.
of like,
Like
you know,
I can't
like,
explain
okay.
it. Like like he can.
I like that.
He can rap off beat and still make it sound cool.
That's what we need. We need different shit.
Yeah, it's very unique.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy in
I
Toronto.
saw
that
this. You know what's funny? It's not when he's dead on, but his profile view because I
He
saw
did
this.
those. I didn't do those.
So I saw this on your page. You know who he looks like? And I
Oh.
thought for a second, I'm like, is that who you're interviewing? Because you listen to some battle rap,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
He looks like Cortez,
yeah.
doesn't he?
He does kind of look.
I was like, yo,
Cortez.
I was like,
Yeah,
and like Cortez
I
is
know
like
exactly
a New
who you
York
mean,
guy,
like-
and I was like, do you have Cortez on the fucking in the basement? Let's go. That's sick.
Not yet, but I'm sure, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like as long as I keep doing this, yeah, everything's gonna start moving.
Yeah, yeah. Have you been watching battle rap for a while?
I've loved battle rap ever since I was in 13, 14.
Okay, sick. Yeah, me too. That's a major. That's my like.
I was like Smack DVD battle times, bro.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like we like when you say like when you're like you nerd out over like the comic book stuff and that.
Yeah,
the
you're nerd
only
out.
thing that I nerd out about
Is
is
battle rap?
legit is battle rap.
Oh,
So
nice.
there was recently just like a Pat Stay, right? Pat
yeah,
Stay,
I wish
like,
I should have gone to that.
Yeah, so there was a Pat Stay event to raise money for his family. Pat
Yeah.
Stay, the fucking ultimate legend, rest in peace. Just literally one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
such a
Pat Stay
stupid
is
thing.
just so stupid, man.
Such a stupid
and
thing.
just even just right now, like, and I always watch Pat battles, but then even just lately and leading up to the event, just popping up in the algorithm, and I just keep watching these Pat battles. Like
Just a
I watch
random
a battle
stabbing,
every
man.
day. Like I literally love battle rap, but going to that event and all the guys that came out just to like help out with this event, none of the battlers got paid. They all did it just out of like everything that the event raised all went to Pat's family. And the amount of like you could see the impact this guy had on the scene, like the amount of big name battle rappers that came out to that event.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of shows, so I was only able to go to day 2, and like my buddy came from Newfoundland because he's also just like same thing as me. Like this is like we nerd out over this shit.
Yeah.
And man, that event, we just kept saying it was like our Comic-Con. Like, and then we brought some other friends too that we were just like for months, like, yo, I can't wait to this event. So then we were like, yo, we got extra tickets if anyone wants to go. And a few of our buddies were like, yeah, I'll go, I'll check it out. And it was so funny because like our buddies loved the event, obviously, but like we would just be chilling and somebody would walk by and we'd be like, holy fuck. And like to our friends, like, this guy looks like a bus driver, but we're like, no, that guy's a legend, bro. That's Thesaurus. You know what I mean? And there was this, so like me and my buddy were just going around.
Did
and
you
like,
ever watch Bodied?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was
Bodies was great. Yeah, Kid Twist was at the event. I was talking to
Such
Kid
a
Twist.
good movie.
Yeah, Kid
Like-
Twist wrote that. You know that?
No. I
Yeah,
didn't know
do you know Kid Twist?
Kid Twist? I know. I think
He was big in the King of the Dot scene.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
probably
you
know his
remember some
face.
battles. Yeah.
Was he in the movie?
He's not in the movie, but he wrote that movie.
King
But
Twist.
everybody, Kid Twist. Yeah. You'll see. You might recognize him. Kid Twist.
We got like
That's-
weave ads. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see the weave ads?
Yeah.
When he said
This
King
guy.
Twist.
do you recognize him?
Oh, word.
So he stopped battle rap for like years.
No, I don't recognize
just
him.
to write that movie. And it's funny too, cause like, I like that's like and I have battle rapped and I just like and I'm so.
Yo, what he like, but
love
that
that
movie,
scene.
like I
That movie
wasn't
hit it. It
expecting.
was
I
real.
wasn't expecting that. Like when I first,
No one did.
So I was like, I didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to be like
cheesy, like 8 Mile almost.
Yeah.
8 Mile's a fucking legendary
fantastic movie. Yes, but
Right, but 8 Miles made it cinematic. It's not what it's really like anymore. And
Yeah.
it was what it was probably like back in the
back
day.
then in the 90s, for
Totally
sure, yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
now that it's turned into like writtens and stuff, but fuck man, that movie, he did a great job.
Yeah.
That movie was fantastic.
And Eminem produced
And-
it too.
The fact that like if you're a battle rap fan too, that like every single battle rapper that should be in that movie is in that movie.
Yeah,
Down to the point where there's like Loaded Lux and like Hollow.
Yeah,
like,
Loaded-
two,
yo,
two
Loaded
legends,
Lux.
and they're just like
Do you
chilling
remember
at
his
the bar.
old? Do you remember his fucking Smack DVD
With the
battles, bro?
gray
He
hoodie,
was
Murder
fucking-
Mook?
He murdered
Dude,
motherfuckers.
it's nuts.
Dude.
Have you ever seen Loaded Lux versus Calico? This is one of the top 3.
Calico?
One of the top 3 greatest battles of all time. Loaded Lux comes in a suit, hands out fucking eulogies of Calico. They bring in a coffin because he's gonna end his career. It's
No,
nuts.
I gotta watch it though.
It's nuts. Yeah, Loaded Lux versus Calico. Right there, you can see it's like purple. Like dude, Puff Daddy's there. Busta Rhymes is there. It is a whole new level. And man, that battle.
Oh, it's like a big deal.
It's a huge
I remember
deal.
his like a Murder Mook like Smack TV was the shit.
Yeah, Murder
I
Mook.
used to
that's
love
that's
that
that's
shit, man.
that's the original, like the big
Yeah.
battle that put them both on. Murder Mook versus Loaded
Do you remember
Lux.
Raw Dollar or what the fuck? Was
Reed
his name?
Dollars.
Reed
Dollars is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't really do much, but Reed Dollars was insane.
He
man.
was back then. He was
that
fucking
and
insane.
massive back then. Yeah, Reed
Yeah.
Dollars.
Can we
was
play
the
that?
Small Reed
Can we
Dollars.
play that?
Yeah, but he'll still actually. That's a recent one. I know that he was popping up here and there, but that's him battling A-Ward. That's pretty.
The
sick.
old one, like his original fucking.
But old Reed Dollars when he was just crazy, just vicious, man.
Yeah.
He was sick. Yeah, but he still battles.
He's still battling.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. I love it when people still do their thing.
Same thing. I mean, a lot of them. And like Murder Mook though. Like Murder Mook, he still battles occasionally too, and it's like Murder Mook's like one of the greatest of all times. Like it's crazy how good he
Remember
is.
how good Jay Mills was? Remember that?
Yep.
The iconic Jay Mills and Murder Mook fucking like half an hour battle.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah. What was the battle too? This is outside of battle rap, but this is just like a freestyle thing. I don't think it's Jay. It was like because like Jay-Z's there and stuff. Remember they were in the studio and then they brought like Freeway and someone else. Do you remember this video?
Yeah.
And then they were like, it's like two like industry rappers.
yeah,
It's like
fuck.
Freeway and like not Cassidy or something.
Cassidy. It was Cassidy.
Was it? And
It
then
was
they were like,
Cassidy,
and they were
yes,
saying
Cassidy.
they were
That's
like,
who I was trying to
remember
remember,
that? And they were
Cassidy.
like, we were in the studio and those guys just came and just kept battling for like
Yeah,
nonstop.
They randomly
Is
battled.
that what it is?
Yeah.
And then they're like, they went to the studio.
Cassidy versus Freeway.
Yeah, there it is. Cassidy recalls. And then Jay-Z set up my battle against Freeway. So Cassidy still occasionally battles. Freeway did a.
Cassidy's honestly like one of the most underrated lyrical masterminds out there.
He's such a character too. It's so funny.
Yeah.
There's like, yeah, he just.
But he's a lyrical master.
He is a
like
lyrical
he's
master.
up there with skill
Wise.
wise.
And he's good. Some of these guys they can't transfer to battle rap.
Yeah.
Like Cannabis, like he tried to go into a battle and that like ruined his career. It was so embarrassing. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like Cassidy battled a good battle rapper and he held it down. And he's done battles since.
And Jin.
Jin, yeah. Jin just.
Yo, you fuck with Blind Fury at all? Do you remember Blind Fury?
Dude.
Yeah.
And Blind Fury's flow is sick, dude. I love battle rap. Trust me, this is my fucking superheroes. But Blind Fury's flow is disgusting. Like
And he freestyles everything.
He freestyles everything and he can't see them. What the hell? Like it's crazy. But yeah, and his freestyles. Blind Fury's a guy that like I actually like literally will just like if I'm like painting and stuff, I'll just throw Blind Fury on, just listening to him freestyle.
Yeah.
I just love his flow, man. He's so sick. Yeah.
He's a great wordsmith, man.
Supernatural is another great freestyler. I don't know if you've ever seen
Supernatural?
him. Way back in the day. He was like a battle rapper when it was just freestyle stuff. He's got the dreads and stuff. He's a legendary battle rapper. Like to this day, I think Supernatural still tours. And all he does is freestyle.
Do you ever think about doing fucking battle rap like or reactions?
Yeah, I should. I've thought about it. At the end of the day, if you want to know my future endeavors, if we can just dream, I would love to be to battle rap what Joe Rogan was for the UFC. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the way, like if I had a dream world where like Joe Rogan's attached simultaneously to like he has his podcast, he does stand up, but then every event Joe Rogan calls it. He's so in the scene. He has them like, you know what I mean? If it was up to me, man, I would love to just be like doing comedy, doing my thing, and then also every battle rap. Every battle rap event, they ask me to host it.
Yeah.
They ask me to interview the people. I wish I had a close fucking relationship with all these guys.
Second Shot recycled skateboards. Handcrafted unique items using recycled skateboards. Second Shot is a company that was born from a passion of skateboarding and its culture. Created by John Gibson, an avid skateboarder himself since the age of 10. Using broken and unwanted skateboards from local skaters, skate parks, and skate shops. When pieces from different skateboards are compressed together, you get one-of-a-kind, colorful, malleable piece of wood, which can be turned into pretty much anything. Guitars, knife handles, bird sculptures, sunglasses, watches, even wallets. Every item is handcrafted one at a time with extreme attention to detail. So please remember, every board deserves a second shot. Shop for these unique creations and as well as custom orders at secondshot.ca and follow the very entertaining and engaging vlog that John has on Instagram at second_shot. Yeah, let's get back to the show. Thank you. So we should definitely freestyle a little bit. I'll make a beat. If you feel something, hit it.
I could try.
Yeah, if you don't like it, we don't have to use it.
Okay.
Just for fun.
I'm all high now, so I'll definitely probably not be. There was a time when that would make it better, but now it's just like I don't even know if I'll be able to fucking focus. You know?
Word.
But we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, the Smack DVDs were fucking huge.
Yeah, man, and they should bring that back. So, do they have they?
Well, Smack hosts URL. So the second biggest battle league in the world is Smack, right? So Smack started from the DVDs, like he's massive. Now, the biggest battle events, like in the past couple of years, King of the Dot, like needs to start getting back into it. But yeah, there's always Smack events. Like I mean, there was a big Smack event last.
Yeah, I'm out of date. Like I'm out of touch with the battle.
Yeah, like last year there was a big Smack event that like Drake sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but like Smack will always. And then at the Pat Stay Forever event, Smack was there, which was really cool. I got to meet him and stuff like that. It was just like, say thank you for being a fucking legend.
It's crazy,
you know?
how King of the Dot did what it did.
It's nuts because, so one of my buddies, Sharon, is like a big battler in King of the Dot now. And we used to always like freestyle and stuff when we were in high school growing up. And then this guy was just obsessed with the battle rap and like just dedicated his life, and it's paid off. He's like 7 seasons into Wildin' Out now. He's just like one of the best battle rappers ever. But his first battle, like I remember going to his first battles, and like it would start out like in like an alleyway beside like the Eaton Center, and then it would end up being like in like this small bar, and then like other small venues, and just like seeing it to the point where it's like now he's on TV, and like King of the Dot has like stuff in like Queen Elizabeth Theater. They've had events and shit. Like it's crazy,
it's
you
nuts.
know? And like, yeah.
Like, and they considering where they started, because I remember how it started.
Yeah, that it's like
just, where it began was such a little low budget thing.
Crazy.
And
There's just one guy with a camera, and now like they got lavaliers, they got full production. I mean, I just saw it growing and growing and growing, and then I feel as if in the past 5 years that it's like it's kind of plateaued. And I hate to see that because I know that there's still room for more growth. Like it's so amazing, because it's like my ultimate dream would be like, and I don't think that this.
But it had a good run, bro. KOTD had a good run.
It did, and I mean it's not done. It's still gonna keep going, but it's
going.
like, my ultimate dream would be like just for battle rap, King of the Dot or something. Like I don't see why it can't grow to the point where like I would love for it to be like in the Scotiabank Center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know why there can't just be like an arena of like, and you know what's crazy is like in the Philippines it is like that. Battle rap's so big in the Philippines.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
I knew it was in Japan for a while. I don't know if it still is now.
There's a guy named Looney who's a battle rapper in the Philippines. And, like, if you see Looney on YouTube, you'll see it's 22 million, 33 million views. Crazy. And then, like, Disaster, who's a massive, amazing battle rapper from North America. He's from LA. His character
embodied was hilarious.
Yeah, what was it, Megatron or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That's such a good Disaster character. Holy shit.
Yeah, and he was such a fucking a dick, but also just a cuck.
My buddy was saying,
angry, tough.
Yeah. Which is
asshole,
like Disaster.
but also a cuck.
Yeah. What was it saying? My buddy was saying that he was like that scene in Body when you see like where it just starts with like Disaster's character. He's just going at the guy, you know? My buddy was like says he has reoccurring nightmares about that. That one of his biggest fears is just Disaster rapping and beating him down and just making fun of him and shit. Yeah. Which is like so funny. But yeah, Disaster battled that guy Looney, and like it looked like a fucking boxing match. It was in an
is
arena.
The main kid, is he?
No, he's just an actor.
He's just an actor? Oh, okay, good.
And they did really good casting for him. And that guy's a pretty big actor too. Like he's in some stuff.
I haven't seen him in anything else.
I recognize him from other stuff for sure. But he's not.
The concept is great that he was like a student who's just doing a class project on the N-word, and then it turns out that like it got connected to battle rap somehow, and then he got really into battle rap. And the only reason why it was so good is because he was just really smart with his words. Like
he's like
the concept
Callum Worthy. That's
how
the guy.
It worked out is super cool.
Man, that movie, I gotta rewatch it. Everybody, Charlemagne's in it.
Yeah,
man, and
which is crazy because Charlemagne hates Eminem, and Eminem
disaster.
Executive produced that.
Eminem did indeed, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I'm surprised that didn't even get a little bit bigger. But fuck, that movie was.
It was so good.
It was so good, and I knew that
But
I was
you know
like,
why? You know why it didn't get bigger? Because of the content in it. It's for,
that's true,
for
but
the
it
time.
had to be like it had to. Yeah, that was the other thing too.
Yeah.
And that was so
Some
smart
of the
about
shit
the
is
game.
fucking bad.
Yeah, and that his girlfriend, remember his girlfriend was really sensitive and like
Yeah.
woke and shit.
It was like
and like
it
that's
was
so
Making
good.
fun of that whole
She was
thing.
like, I can't believe these guys are saying all this stuff.
And he got kicked out of university for the shit he was rapping about because
Right.
somebody taped it
Yeah.
and sent it to the university.
Yeah.
And then he got canceled out of the university.
The way that these things cross over too, it's like wild. Or it's like I
Yeah.
don't know how some of these people. And it's good that people can separate. Like one of my favorite battle rappers of all time, there's a guy Real Deal. Real Deal is a full blown teacher in Pittsburgh,
Oh, okay.
and like he'll sometimes post video, and you can tell this guy would be the best fucking teacher.
Yeah.
I think he's like a grade 6 gym teacher, but like he'll like rap for the students and shit.
Real deal Trevor Weller?
Yeah, Trevor Weller, man. This guy is the fucking legend. If you ever want to see a really, really, really sick battle, Real Deal versus B Magic is one of the all-time best battles. That's
Sick.
in my top 3 of for sure. And then there's a guy from New York, who's like up and coming, but like pretty big now. This guy Dunch, and he's full on like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then just like also
It's good
battle
because
raps.
art does not depict life all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a rapper. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're gonna say some
totally.
wild shit as a
And
rapper.
man, like the other thing is too, it's like the thing is about like battle rap and a lot of these things too. It's like these guys, like battle rappers, and being able to like hang around them. Oh, was I kicking that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to hang around like battle rappers and stuff like that, man. These are the nicest fucking people in the world,
yeah.
and the coolest, calmest energy. Literally the kindest people in the world, and that's because like. If you're a big battle rapper, if you've done, these guys have done 40, 50 massive battles,
Yeah.
and not just like random in the garage ripping.
Nah, they're getting paid
people
like 50
have
grand.
paid, and
like
that
20
means
grand
somebody's
a year,
researched
60
them for
grand
2
man.
months.
Yeah.
Anything you could say about these people, they've had said to them, to their face, screamed at in their face in front of an audience. I mean,
Speaking of battle rap, you have your friends. Are you friends with Joey?
yeah, I know Joey. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
So yeah, when I did the beast mode stuff, Joey also battled in beast mode. So
Oh,
then,
okay,
and then I
cool.
saw Joey at the Pat Stay Forever event too. Joey battled in that event.
Yeah, I know, I
Fucking
heard.
dude,
Yeah, I
Joey's
saw.
Joey's the fucking man, dude. I love that guy's so entertaining. He's such a good writer.
Yeah.
Even in beast mode, I would watch him and I was like, oh, this guy's better.
It's dope
than
that he's
everybody.
willing to come on, but like he's busy and shit. So I
Yeah,
get it.
man. But he will.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, man. That guy. He has kids and stuff too. But he's fucking hilarious. Just so he's
Yeah, like
really
I saw
funny,
what he
dude.
posted on his Instagram. Like that's as much as I could see.
Man, yeah. You
Yeah.
could see they'll post from that event. They'll post his battle with Poor Rich, and that was an amazing battle, man.
Yeah.
He you know, he's so good, dominating the crowd. His energy is on a different level. He's such a good performer, such a good writer, and he's fucking hilarious, man. He's the best. He's the best, man.
Straight up.
Yeah, he'll be a great guest.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to expand my horizons. I actually messaged a country singer.
See, do you like country?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I always find that surprising. You know what I think it is? It's like
No, not this. Look, I like very select country.
Yeah, of
Like there's
course.
only some country songs that I
Sure.
really, really like.
I mean,
Or
there's only
country
some rap
artists
songs
that
I really, really like. You know?
No, but there's a lot more rappers that I like than there is country.
I would say so, yeah.
I like country
Mhm.
songs, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot more punk bands that I like
Mhm.
than I do country singers. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the math of it, right?
But I like a lot. But I think the thing is with country is like there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I like all
the White
music.
Buffalo is a guy I fuck with hard. You know who that is?
I've heard of that.
He did a lot of the music for Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay, sick. Yeah, no,
He
there's a
wrote that-
lot of.
Did you watch Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah,
You remember the song in the very last episode? Did you watch the?
Not
Did you
really.
watch?
I
the
mean, I
end?
watched the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Like remember, like when he spoiler
Drives-
alert when he dies.
drives into the truck.
Yeah, when he drives into the truck. The song that's playing is the White Buffalo. sings
Okay,
it.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's sick, man. There's some
Come join the murder.
there's some real sick
Come
country.
join the murder. It's called.
And even country that people don't like. My thing is like, I get some people maybe just won't like it, but it's like when people are like, no, I hate all country. It's like because you haven't been around the environment. Because straight up, like if
The
you
environment actually. I've been around the environment.
Yeah, I
don't
feel
like
you
it
might
either.
right, but I mean, like, if you go down to fucking Nashville and you're in like a bar in Nashville,
That's
and they're
different.
Ripping,
There I haven't been.
Do you know what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
ripping country, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That I have not done.
If you're in deep South Texas and there's fucking country playing in the right environment. There's cowboys around and shit like that. Yeah, it can be sick. I mean, like even up at the cottage and shit like that. Maybe I'm just being a white boy, but it's like, man, sometimes I just fucking love like the fire, smoking darts, drinking beers, listening to country, shooting guns. I love that shit. Voting for Trump, all that.
Yo, can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was I gonna say? The Trump getting arrested thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a little bit of a. I'm going into something that we probably shouldn't when it comes to the algorithm. But like I said, I don't really give a fuck.
We can't fear the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. It's so stupid. It's so stupid that
why
we
is
talk
it that
about
he's going to jail for hush money? Like for bribing someone to keep something quiet.
Right.
That is what he's being charged with.
That's as far as I know.
Right. And we now know, because of the Twitter files, that the other side has been actively suppressing information going into the ether, and with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
totally
everybody, right? How is that not the same fucking thing?
I mean, they really are. I just
The
treatment of the two is it's creepy. And honestly, like legitimately, the way these past two presidents, and I'm not into fucking politics, so I'm not taking fucking sides or anything like that. You know what I mean? But I'm just seeing what I'm seeing, and that's reality.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is so creepy that when Donald Trump was the fucking president, that nonstop, the only things we would see was like a meme, a video. If this guy even stuttered once, it would be turned into something. Yeah. And in the past 4 years, where are the Joe Biden memes? And it's like, it's not like, well, no, it's because Trump was an idiot. He was funny. Dude, Joe Biden looks like he takes 5 melatonins every morning and fucking starts his day. This guy can't
makes
talk.
Up words.
He makes up words. He does this. And yeah, you'll see the clips, but you know that it's not, when it was Trump, it was everywhere.
Yeah, but that's
and Joe Biden, it's like, no. So it's like the amount that they can control what these things happen, and that's exactly. It's like, yo, what's happening with this guy's son's laptop? There's a million things.
That's the part. That's the one I'm. You know what I mean? Specifying on. That's exactly what happened with the laptop.
Yeah.
But there was no.
And then Trump.
There was no physical money involved.
Trump's had sex with a porn
star and then paid her off.
It's like, okay. Like,
that's not even a big deal. Why is everybody...
It's not a big deal. It's cool. It's not a big deal as in it's a bad thing. It's a big deal as in like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish I was almost 80 banging porn stars fucking paying them off. Pretty cool. I don't know, whatever. Because we all have our own definition of what it is to be cool. You know what I mean? But it's like, when I'm 70, I would much rather live that life than just be like, well, I'm going to a fucking clarinet recital. Like, live a little. Yeah, this guy's sick, man. You know? I hope he can figure it out and he can do another run, because that shit would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's honestly because forever I have such a fucking punk attitude that I just want to see the world burn. So it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not my president. And I'll see, whatever. I just don't even care about politics. I don't take them fucking seriously. They're just puppets to me. So it's like, dude, I would love to see Trump run again, just because I love seeing the left and like these fucking woke people just lose their fucking brains. It's so funny, man. Like the clip when he won and they announced it and there's a girl going, no! I watch that so much. It just brings me so much satisfaction. You fucking dork. Go back to your fucking lair, you loser. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And on that note, I think we got enough time, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
sick.
Man. Yeah, we got an hour and 7 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Plug anything you want to plug.
Yeah, right now the only thing that I want to plug is just my Instagram is like the main thing. I'm trying to build. So the Instagram is Paul Thompson Comedy. So please just go follow me. I'm making content literally every day, like stand-up clips of me talking shit, little sketches, Chris, and a bunch of other hilarious people, and that's where you can find out about like where I'm gonna be doing live shows.
YouTube channel too? Do you want to?
Yeah, my YouTube channel. I think everything at this point now is Paul Thompson Comedy. The YouTube channel is Paul Thompson Comedy, and that'll have YouTube stuff. And like follow the Instagram, because like I'll have an album dropping in like a month or two, a full special and a full album.
Sick.
So that'll be really, really cool. And that's pretty much it. Like if you follow my Instagram.
Well, thank you very much for coming, man.
Thank you.
And my next comedian guest is gonna be
Nitish Shakuja. He's always so fucking stoned. I'm telling you, that guy smokes when I say he smokes the most weed, like
You've ever seen?
100% I've ever seen, but I seen a video where they were asking Snoop how much he smokes, and Snoop said how much he smokes, and I wasn't saying this to be cool or anything, because I was like, this guy's one of my best friends. I hang out with him all the time. I'm like, Nitish smokes more than that.
Yeah.
Like, legit. And he's kind of like, he's really like, he's into like the fitness and stuff, which is fucking good. He looks great now. But like, so he's tapered off a little bit. But him saying that he's tapered off a little bit is still at least an ounce a day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
An ounce a day?
100%.
No way.
Dude.
That's literally impossible.
No, it's not. Because he'll smoke.
I'll believe that.
He'll smoke. He'll smoke
not by
like,
himself.
Yeah, maybe between him and he's passing it around and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
So there's definitely times where, I would say it's probably close to that too, because everything he smokes is at least
I smoke like a half quarter a day. Pretty much.
half quarter.
That's how much I smoke.
That's how much he puts into a joint.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why? That's overkill.
That's all he does, dude. And they're constantly going.
Man.
He's not even doing the blunts anymore, so that's probably slowed it down. But when he was doing the blunts, every blunt would be minimum a half quarter.
Yeah.
And he would smoke a blunt. Yeah, so it was more than an ounce. I'm telling you. Like, it was, you'll see. You'll see. I don't mind putting that reputation on because, you'll see. This guy, you can put him to the test.
Okay.
He smokes the most. Believe me.
Well, I'll gladly put him to the test. And luckily, he said he's going to come on. So that's going to be awesome. I'll put his handle on there. And yeah, man. Like, subscribe, share. Sharing mostly. Share. Clip the shit. Take whatever you think is the funniest and throw it wherever the fuck you want to
Nitish and I also used to have a podcast too.
Yeah, you should
So
keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't know if you listen to any of that or anything.
I haven't listened to your podcast.
Our podcast was sick. We have like maybe 71 episodes or whatever, but we did it in front of a live audience.
Ah, sick.
And we would lock the doors of the comedy club so everybody could smoke. So we'd have like 40 people there every week. And it would get
awesome.
hotboxed. And then the fucking pandemic came and ruined everything.
That sounds fucking amazing. I'm
was
actually going to look
incredible.
that up. Where do you find that? Spotify?
Yeah, High on Trees.
YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spotify. We never made videos. We were trying to get around to that, so it's mainly just audio.
Oh, just audio? That's cool too.
But on Spotify, High on Trees.
Yeah, I'll definitely start listening to that.
Hilarious podcast. Yeah.
And you should keep doing it when you can.
We're
That
gonna
sounds
try
like a
to.
really good concept.
People tell us all the time.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find venues and stuff, and it would be nice to bring back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well,
All right.
it was nice having you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Peace.
Talk some shit. Enjoy.
Sick. Okay. We good? We good? How was that? Cool. All right. I'll do that. Anytime? We're not going to get cut off again? Here we go. Let's go. Let's sing for the night, sing for the world all the songs I write, sing for the moon as it shines so bright. I've been looking at the world through this clear dark skies. It's painted with the stars and the moon shines bright. I can see a glimpse of Mars and a satellite. I used to never sleep at all cause I feared the night. Used to sleep out in the hall cause the light's more bright. But tonight I'm taking chances to be different with the rhythm. I've been giving them a listen of the writtens I've been given, living different, and I'm hoping that it's giving them a chance to just glance in my past and my future. I've been living true to me cause it's the truth that you can make your mind feel divine with a new path. Open up inside and combine it with new rap, hoping that in time I survive and produce that, cause now I'm walking tall in my Air Force Ones, got me walking in the snow and the air feels rough, but I still feel hot, sweat is dripping off, all because these racing thoughts tend to make my palms sweat like we're in California with the heat turned up. I just need to walk all these feelings off, a distraction to the action that my brain takes when it delivers to my mind quicker heartbeats. But now we're living in a time where our heart needs to be constantly reminded to fight peace, urged to be treated like we're all different species, hold it beneath me until we rise as one into a peace stream. I hope we find that time, cause we've all wrote lines and we all might die and may never get to see the lyrics that we dream coming true like we believe, but it isn't holding me back. No, I'ma take time slow and just live in every moment so invincible and forget that so it exists no more and just focus on the life that I have in store, cause I came to take this shit and I can and I will. My handle is still like a hand on the still, and forget that and forget rap, make my own tracks, make that path along my own and a trail back. I'm leaving tracks that are leaving a trail like the tracks that you leave in the snow. And I'ma rap like I made it for them, but it's a fact that I'm making it for because I make it for me to live a scene out of sleep. It would seem like a scene in between an enlightened fantasy and a Hollywood scene, and I'ma dive myself into it like a spot in the sea until that day is coming true that I wake up in a dream. I'm gonna work until I'm blue and try avoiding my sleep and try avoiding to be a different person than me. I'm staying true to PT, I'm staying true to Orleans, I'm staying true to what I'm doing and pursuing to do it good, just doing what I'm doing and not choosing to do it hood. Drop above it or debate it as a push to feed in my rhymes. You can love it or can hate it, just remember me, then I'm fine. Boy,
Fire. Let's go. Sick. I haven't rapped like that in like 10 years.
That's not a big deal.